You can tell this Eddie Murray baseball card is fake because he's smiling. Pick up almost any Eddie Murray baseball card and you'll be reminded of two things. Murray could hit the baseball like few other players in history, and he was almost always intense on the field. Murray's card backs tell you his Hall of Fame story. 3,255 hits, 504 home runs, 1,917 RBI, 560 doubles, 128 sacrifice flies, a record by the way, 287 batting average over a 21-year career with 5 teams. More than 20 years after his retirement, it's easy to forget just how good Murray was. I have some suspicion that's partly due to the intensity that was so evident on his card fronts. Of course, a lot of fans, and especially media members, would have called Murray's demeanor something other than intense during his playing days. Surly was one adjective you'd hear a lot, mean sometimes, moody definitely. But there was a lot going on around Murray that most fans never saw, and there was plenty of reasons for Murray to be wary of speaking freely. I first encountered Eddie Murray, as I did with most players, in my baseball cards. He was almost smirking on his 1981 Topps card, with that hand on the hip pose, gave me the notion that even then Murray didn't have much patience for fools of any sort. I didn't really take notice of Murray, though, until the 1983 postseason. There he hit a home run in Game 3 of the ALCS game against the Chicago White Sox, and then 2 more in Game 5, the capper of the World Series, against the Philadelphia Phillies. Overall, his postseason numbers were just okay that year. 257, 3 home runs, 6 RBI, 7 runs, 1 stolen base. That's what the stats say. In my memory, Murray spent that October doing 3 things: standing at first base, hitting bombs, and eating peanuts in the dugout between homers. I'm pretty convinced that the books have been altered in some way, robbing Eddie of the true thunder he unleashed in those series. That would be good reason to scowl, right? Murray had been practicing ever since his 1978 Topps rookie card. And that's the way I remember Murray on the field in my cards. I suspect the same for most collectors. That's why my first reaction when I saw his 1977 Baltimore Orioles postcard online recently was that it must be fake somehow. I mean, Murray is leaned into the camera, twinkle in his eye, and he's smiling. Here, see for yourself. Could the team have mislabeled some other player with Murray's name? Did some admiring fan manage to get on the good side of the young Murray, snap a quick photo, and then produce a bootleg baseball card? Or was my long-held preconception of Murray just not right? Maybe he wasn't the dark, brooding force that I had always been led to believe that he was by, well, my own memory, and by various media reports, and my own baseball cards. Or again, my memory of them. So I scanned through Murray's in-career cards and found that most of them were, indeed, sort of fierce-looking, like this 1982 Fleer sticker. Interestingly, though, Fleer also managed to snap a few shots of smiling-ish Eddie, like in 1981 and 1983. And even in 1984, Murray looked at least interested in what was going on, like maybe he was going to get ready to impart some hitting advice on the photographer. By and large, though, you're going to find intense Eddie when you pour through Murray baseball cards, all of which brings us back to that 1977 team-issued postcard. What's different about that card? Well, it might just come down to the simplest explanation of all. Maybe Murray is, as the cliché goes, just happy to be there in that moment. After all, he smacked 27 home runs with 88 RBI and hit 283 as a 21-year-old rookie in 1977, good enough to win the American League Rookie of the Year award. And whatever slights he suffered that season were probably new enough that he might have been able to shrug them off as flukes. Maybe only later would their irregularity start to eat away at Murray. Whatever the case, realizing that this card was issued in Murray's rookie season, that it is in fact his first card, is perhaps the most important nugget for collectors to take away from this glowing, orange-clad smiling Eddie. Those Oriole postcards aren't easy to come by. PSA has graded a total of 10 of them, including 4 Murray's and 6 Brooke Robinson cards, split between 2 variations. And on rare occasion that a Murray specimen pops up on eBay, you can very well pay $200 or more to own it. But isn't it cool to know that there is another earlier Murray rookie card out there that you probably never knew of? And that Eddie is pretty much beaming about it. I'll answer that one. Yes, it's cool, even if it seems fake at first.